Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring.
So in today's video, we are going to be doing best of beauty, but all about my makeup favorites. If you don't know what this video is about, it's basically I go through each category of makeup and tell you my absolute favorites from the year that I could not live without, that I was using when I was doing my makeup all of the time. And yeah, we basically just go through it. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and let's get into it. This year I feel like I found a lot of new favorites, as well as rediscovering old favorites. There's some products here that I love throughout the year that I actually don't have anymore because I ran out and I've just not repurchased because I've been getting through the rest of my collection. So I will of course mention those when I'm talking about the rest of these. But of course, if we're going to start with anything, we're going to start with primers, so let's go. So there was two primers that I was loving this year. The first one being the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. The Milk Hydro Grip Primer is such an OG primer for me. I used to use this years and years ago, and then I rediscovered it this year, and it just is an absolute favorite of mine. If you are looking for a primer that not only hydrates your skin but also leaves a super tacky like film on your skin, then this is it. This literally will make your makeup last all day. It is absolutely incredible. I have never ever found a primer like this. I obviously of course have like the next primer that I'm going to show you, but this one really is just like the top of the food chain. Like, she is the best of the best. Like, no one can dupe this as well. It is literally the best product on the market when it comes to gripping primers, and yeah, as you can see, she is well loved. Then the NYX Plump Right Back primer is also a very similar primer to the Milk Hydro Grip. The only difference is, one, the price tag, and two, it's not as tacky as the Milk one. But sometimes, because the Milk one is so expensive, I don't want to be using it consistently. I only kind of want to use it on like times when I have like events where I really do need my makeup to stick. So on the times where it's just like my everyday makeup, I will go in with this. This is a super hydrating primer. It is a serum and it is filled with electrolytes. So it's a plumping serum and a primer in one. It really does just rehydrate your skin, make your skin feel super supple, and it really does also make your makeup stick once you let it dry down long enough. If you put this on and put your foundation straight on, you're not going to allow your primer to get super tacky, so you need to wait a little bit. But it is such a good primer, and yeah, I absolutely love this. It's a great drugstore option. Okay, moving on to glowy under the foundation products. We have two. One is from Say Beauty and then the other is from Iconic London. They're both for when I am one being tanned and one being pale. So the first one is the Say Beauty Super Glowy Gel, or Glowy Super Gel even. This is in the shade Star Glow. If you are someone who loves a good underneath makeup glow, or even just want to glow on a day where you're not wearing too much makeup, I would really recommend this. At first I was kind of like, yeah, it's okay, it's not the best, but now that I've like used it more and more, I can really see it. It's not as super glowy as the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, but it is still very glowy. It's such a beautiful finish. The kind of shade that it is kind of like a pearly shade, but it just, as you can see, leaves such a good sheen on your skin. And the other thing that I really like about it is it feels quite hydrating on the skin as well. I find that when I am pale, I need all the hydration that I can get because my pale skin is like super dull, but as you can see, it just leaves such a nice filter on your skin. And what I like about this over, let's say, like the Charlotte Tilbury one, obviously this one doesn't have much coverage, but that it's a pump, I don't know why, but something about the pump just makes it feel less thick, and I feel like I have more control over it. But I really love this. I love it for when I'm pale. I haven't tried the other shades, so I might also love the darker shades, but I really love this when I'm pale. It is probably the best under foundation makeup product. Then we have my favorite for when I'm tan. This is the Iconic London. This is the Radiance Booster. Mine is in the shade Sand Glow. I really enjoy this. I think it is such a nice under makeup product, but also a product that you can use on its own. It has a bit of coverage, but it also can be quite sheer and just give you that luminosity and also that color that your skin might be lacking. I know when I put on fake tan, after like a day or two of the fake tan wearing off my face again can start to look quite dull and quite like just patchy, and this kind of just evens it out. But my favorite way to use it is underneath makeup. I think it looks beautiful under foundation. If you have a foundation that is a bit more on the matter side, this will definitely bring it back to life while also keeping like the coverage of the foundation. I just really enjoy this. It is such a good product. You've seen me use it in so many videos, but I really enjoyed this. So yeah. Then foundations, we have 3. I know it's meant to be like one product per category, but this is technically one product per category because we've got a skin tint, a medium foundation, like a medium coverage, a daily foundation, and then my full coverage foundation. So my all-time favorite skin tint that I actually discovered this year was the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint. Mine is in the shade 4 for when I'm pale, or for when I'm tanned. I have it on today. I think it is such a beautiful skin tint. If you're looking for a skin tint that does still have a little bit of coverage and still gives you that flawless look, I would really recommend this. I sometimes find with skin tints, they tend to be too sheer, almost to the point of like, what's the point in having it? Whereas this is like so perfect. It does have a bit of coverage to it, but like not like a foundation. It definitely still gives skin tint vibes, but I really love it. It lasts really long. It's hydrating, it's smoothing, it just blurs your skin, and as well it's super glowy. I really like the glow on this. I think it just makes your skin look super healthy. It just makes your skin look super awake and alive, and it's genuinely my favorite skin tint. I'm gonna get it in my pale shade for next summer when I am like, just say if I don't have fake tan on, because I love it that much. Then my daily foundation, of course, has to be by NARS. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and mine is in the shade Punjab. I also want to give another shout out to the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. You guys know that is my absolute favorite. Just towards the end of this year, I had to be thrown out. It was so old, and it was also my wrong shade. The formula of that foundation is incredible. It's super glowy. It has such a smooth, like, blurring effect to your skin. I really love that. It's a bit thicker than this one, but that one is also a favorite. I'll link that down below because it was my favorite for about 2 or 3 years before I have kind of found this one. And then the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation basically is the same as the Natural Longwear Foundation, except it has a bit more of a glow and it's a bit thinner, and that's what I like about it for more of like an everyday use foundation. Because it is that little bit thinner, I find that 1, it spreads a lot easier so you don't have to use as much, and 2, it just doesn't give me as full of coverage as the other one, which is great for every day. I just really love this. You guys know I've been literally using this for like months and months now. I'm nearly out of it, which makes me so sad. I need to do a massive restock on all my NARS products because I'm running out so quickly. But yeah, this is my favorite everyday foundation, and if you've not tried any of NARS's base products, I highly recommend it because they are 10 out of 10. And then my full coverage foundation, this is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation in the shade Golden. We all know that Hourglass is definitely more on the pricey side of a brand, but when I tell you the products definitely reflect the price of the brand, they are definitely more of a luxury brand, but they are so beautiful on the skin. Like, this gives me the most flawless, like, full coverage base, and I don't have to use that much, and that's why I love about this, because when you have to use a lot of a product to get a full coverage base, it almost makes you look super cakey and almost makes you look super just like thick, if that makes sense. Like, it does not look like it's sitting into your skin. It doesn't look like it's melting with your skin. It really does just look like it is sitting on top of your skin. But this foundation, because you don't need to use that much, it blends in perfectly. It lasts all day. It is a bit more of a matte foundation than, say, like my other 2 products that I just showed you, but I would really recommend that. I tend to use this only for events to get that super full coverage look, and if I don't want a matte look that day, what I'll do is I'll take a pump of my NARS with it and sheer it out a little bit, but it'll also give me that bit of a glow. So it is such a good multi-use product. I know some people use it for contour. Personally, it's very expensive for a contour. I personally think there's cheaper contours out there that would look better, but really love this. It is amazing. Okay, for concealer, there really is only one concealer I can talk about, and that is the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I have the shade Marshmallow for when I'm pale, which is this one, and I use the shade Porcelain for when I am tan. I absolutely love this concealer. I don't even need to talk about it. If you watched my channel for longer than a day, you would know that this is my all-time favorite concealer of all time. It just blurs your skin so much. It's got such full coverage. If you are a dry skin girly, I'm literally repeating myself, I talk about this concealer every single time I do my makeup, but if you're a dry skin girly, your skin will absolutely love this because it still gives a really good high coverage. It gives you a effect. It covers everything, but it doesn't dry out your skin, and that is what I love. I find it is very hard to find a full coverage concealer especially that doesn't dry out your skin, especially under your eyes. Obviously your under eyes are a lot thinner than the rest of your skin, so they tend to be quite dry. So when a concealer like this comes around, I genuinely just jump on the bandwagon and run with it, and I don't use anything else. I don't have it on today because I have tan on, obviously, as you can see, but I absolutely love this. I think it is an amazing product. If you've not tried this concealer, you are missing out. It is full coverage, flawless, blurring, and it hydrates, which I love. Okay, for cream bronzer, there really only was one cream bronzer that I absolutely fell in love with this year, and this is the Pink Honey BFF Bronzing Face Frosting, and mine is in the shade Fudge Glaze for when I'm tanned, and then Milky Mocha for when I'm pale. This cream bronzer, honestly, I have never seen anything like it in my life. It looks like this. It is an absolutely stunning formula. This formula glides on your skin like butter. You know the way sometimes you'll dip a brush in and you'll glide along your skin, and what will happen is it'll leave like a thickness here and then fade into like a load of patchiness. You can keep gliding with this and it will stay the same amount of coverage. This product is amazing. I absolutely love it. I love the coverage of it. It does have a bit more of a higher coverage, so if you're not a high coverage girly, I'd probably stay away from this, although you could probably share it out. But I'm just saying, in my experience, it is very full coverage. I only use this when I am having a like foundation day. I wouldn't use this on like a no foundation. Even like something like a flawless filter, I wouldn't use it on this, or even a skin tint. It is very full coverage, but I really enjoyed this. I think the formula is just incredible. She has done it so well. It genuinely is the best cream bronzer, in my opinion, to ever exist. You guys know I take my base products really seriously, and especially my bronzers I take so seriously, and this has been my go-to. I just keep dipping back into it. I just am really enjoying the formula of it. I love the colors. She has such a big shade range, which is insane, and yeah, it was raved about for a very long time on TikTok, so there's a reason. It's incredible. Okay, cream blush, there was two that stood out to me this year. The first one being the Refi cream blush. This is in the shade Malaya. I'm never sure on how to say it properly. What I love about this blush is not only can I use it when I'm pale, but I can also use it when I'm tanned. If I just go a little bit lighter handed with it, it looks like the most perfect rosy pinky blush on my pale skin, but when I use it when I have fake tan on, it just gives the most beautiful blush shade. Like, I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with the formula of it. It's a cheaper blush, yet it's probably one of the best blushes I've ever found. I absolutely love this. I really want to try more of the shades of this. I know she's brought out kind of a few more since I got this, but these are an amazing formula. They're super creamy. They've got quite a bit of pigment to it, but they're easily blendable and easily buildable. So if you put on too much, just blend it out with a beauty blender. If you want more, just keep going with your brush. They are so buildable. They are so beautiful. They last on the skin really well. I love this. And then of course, I literally could not mention this in this video. This is the Nude Sticks Nudies face blush in the shade In the Nude. If you are looking for a blush that is the most perfect neutral blush, then this is for you. As you can see, it's not brown, it's not pink, it's not orange. It's like all of them colors mixed together. And also as well, when I tell you the formula of this is incredible, like that is how much I've left. I use this all of the time. It is my go-to blush. I literally am obsessed with this. It is just the most perfect formula. It's a bit not thicker and not drier, that's the wrong term, but for a stick blush it's a bit more on the like matter side, so you can get just such a blurred blush effect, and it just makes your skin look so rosy, so stunning. I love the Nude Sticks blushes, but you can get so many versions of these. You can get so many like nudies blushes, you can get so many like all over face colors, but you can use them as bronzer or as blush. Like, they just come out with the most perfect products. I really want to try more shades of this, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think anything's gonna beat this shade. Like I said, it's in the shade In the Nude. It literally is a perfect nude shade. It's not bronzy, it's not too pink, it's not too orange, it's not too purpley. It's got the most perfect undertones to it. It is incredible. Okay, moving on to powder. There is one powder and one powder only that I will talk about, and that is the Huda Beauty. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Pound Cake. I have it on my skin today, and as you can see, my skin is very blurred today, and it is down to, well, all of these products plus this powder. This powder, it just sets really well. I just think it looks really just smoothing and blurring, and in photos it makes your skin look incredible. If you are looking for a powder that, one, is going to take you forever to get through, because it takes me a while to get through these. Like, I've had this now a couple of months and there's no sign of this budging at all, and I use this nearly every single day. First of all, it lasts. Second of all, it has all the benefits like I said, but also if you're a dry skin girly, This will not dry out your skin. I have severe dry skin and I've never had an issue with this creasing. I've never had an issue with this looking cakey or this looking dry. It is just an amazing powder. She has so many shades for so many skin ranges, so if you are looking for one, I would just look up on like YouTube Easy Bake Setting Powder in whatever shade you're looking at and just see what kind of color the people who are close to your skin tone are using. I've heard people say that Pound Cake, Cherry Blossom and Cupcake are the best for like my skin and fairer. So yeah, I really enjoy this powder. I think everyone needs to try it. Even get the small one. She has a mini one and that is amazing. I have that in the Cherry Blossom shade and I love that for when I'm pale. So yeah, sorry about the lighting changing, guys. Also, the sun is beaming through today, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. Next we'll move on to bronzer. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and I have the shades dark for when I'm tan and then the shade medium dark for when I am pale. I absolutely love this bronzer. As you can see, it is no longer a dome anymore. It is completely flat because I use this pretty much every single time I am tan. If you're looking for a bronzer that is going to go on really lightweight, that's going to just give a nice filtered blurred effect, I would really recommend this. Because it is a baked formula, it has a bit of like a not satin but like a natural finish to it, so it doesn't look super heavy like a pressed bronzer. It doesn't go on super heavy handed either. Like you can keep going in with this and constantly blend it out and you will be a-okay. I have it on my skin today. I absolutely love this bronzer so much. It genuinely is like my favorite bronzer of all time. Like nothing can beat this. Genuinely nothing can beat this. It just gives that natural finish to your skin and it is incredible. I really recommend this bronzer. It's my favorite of all time. Then blush. There's two blushes by MAC that I really have to give a shout out to because these have been my go-to this year. Of course we have to go in with MAC Melba. MAC Melba has been my go-to blush for months now. As you can see, it's kind of a peachy pinky shade. It looks a lot brighter on camera. Like if I bring it back here, it kind of reminds me of literally the powder version of the shade In the Nude by the Nude Sticks. It's not brown, it's not pink, it's not orange, it's not purple. It's like a mix of all of them together and it is absolutely perfect. She is the most perfect shade ever. I really enjoyed this, guys. I love the formula of the MAC powders, but not only that, the just shades that they have, they just get spot on. Like I said, this is like a perfect match to my Nude Sticks one, so I'd really recommend this. And then we have the MAC Mineralized blush in the shade Warm Soul. What this kind of reminds me of is kind of like, do you remember Milani Luminoso? It's kind of like that, but a bit more pink and a lot less gold. I'm gonna have to close this curtains. 2 seconds, guys. Sorry guys, the lines on the window were really bothering me and I'm pretty sure they are still there, but it's fine. We'll work through it. What I didn't like about Milani Luminoso was that it was too glowy and too glittery, whereas MAC Warm Soul has definitely got more of like less glitter and more sheen. It's just got the most perfect color. I love that it's kind of like a bit more rose goldy, and yeah, I absolutely love this. It just is the most beautiful blush. I actually have it on today. That's what that sheen is. It's this. Oh, it's just absolutely stunning. Then while we're on the topic of like face powders, I also want to give a shout out to Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. This is the elephant shade. So this you actually can't get anymore. This was last year's pan. They have like different animals this year. They bring them out every single year and choose different animals to go with the palettes. But I just want to talk about not just this palette but these products in general. So this is what this looks like. It comes with a bronzer, 2 blushers, and these are 3 of like their, what are they called, like ambient powders. I absolutely love Hourglass products. I especially love their base products. Their powders are just incredible. The bronzers, everything about them is just super luminous and super natural, and I think that's why people gravitate towards them the most. When you have a powder that is 1, baked, which these are, but 2, has that bit of luminosity to it, not glitter but luminosity, it just gives your face that really nice sheen. It just gives your face that really nice glow that like I feel like no other brand can replicate. I just absolutely love these, especially the luminous powders that you get from them. They give just such a luminous sheen to your skin that like you really don't notice that it's another product. It looks like it could just be your skincare coming through or just your glowy products coming through. It doesn't look like that it's an added layer, if that makes sense. The blushes are incredible if you are looking for a, like I said, kind of more of a sheeny blush, something that will add a bit of life to your face. And same with the bronzers. These I love especially in summer, because summertime is just like the perfect time to have Hourglass products, but also in winter, like I said, when your skin's a bit more dry, these are incredible. Okay, moving on to two setting sprays that I have been loving. So the first one is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. I found this kind of on the back end of this year, but when I tell you this is literally hairspray for your face, I'm not joking you. If you're looking for your makeup to not go anywhere, I would highly recommend this. I wouldn't highly recommend it if you were someone who is super sensitive or potentially acne prone skin, because when I tell you, this burns my eyes. Now, this is not a good endorsement for this product, but I will say it burns my eyes for about 3 seconds and then I don't feel any irritation. You guys know I have a skin condition, so for this not to flare up my skin is insane, but it locks in your makeup really, really well. It is definitely not a hydrating setting spray by any means. It literally feels like hairspray. Like, it feels like your skin's going really tight. So what I like to do is I like to go in with a hydrating setting spray, then this one, and lock it all in. Just is really, really good. Like, my hand's starting to feel tight now. It will feel tight in your skin, but that's kind of not what you want, but that kind of just gives you the knowledge to know that your skin isn't going anywhere, because your skin is literally like holding on to that product. So I really, really enjoyed this. Like I said, I have no problems with it. It does smell, taste and feel like hairspray, so I will just be like, just want you guys to be fully aware of that. But once you kind of get past that, it's really good. Then we have, of course, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This used to be my absolute go-to setting spray until I found the L'Oreal one. This one is great if you are someone like myself who has dry skin. How many times can I say it? If you have dry skin, this will really, really help your product melt into your face, but also as well to help rehydrate your face. I find sometimes that with setting sprays, it will melt your skin together, but it won't provide any hydration. This is a great hydration spray. I don't use it as often as the L'Oreal one, because I like to keep this one, because obviously it's so much more expensive than the L'Oreal one. But you'll just see that this will dry down and just rehydrate and re-glow my face. This will be great if, say, you've had your makeup on for 8 hours and you're about to go out on an evening, but you don't have time to really like redo your makeup. Spray this on your face, get touching up, your makeup will look brand new. Love this. Okay, moving on to brows. My brow routine really has kind of been the same for months now. First is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. This is actually the mini, and it has lasted me a very long time because you do not need that much product. Basically what it is, it's a clear brow gel that you basically pop to your brows, let kind of just shape it the way you want it, then let it set. Do not touch them, because I thought I was doing this wrong. I was like, why does everyone love it? My brows move. It's a terrible product, but I was using it wrong. If you have this product on, you don't know how to make it work, I would suggest filling in your brows first, putting this through your brows with this spoolie, shape your brows, press against them to obviously get that laminate effect, then leave them. And I mean leave them. You'll need to leave them for at least like 3 or 4 minutes before they are fully set. And once they are fully set, your brows are not going anywhere. These won't move now for the entire day. I was genuinely using it wrong for ages, and I was like, why isn't this sticking? It sticks. Your brows are going nowhere with this. You just really have to let it dry down. And then the two brow products that I am obsessed with are the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, and then the NYX pen in the shade Ash Brown. If you are looking for affordable yet an incredible performance of a product, I would really recommend NYX. NYX do amazing brow products. The Micro Brow Pencil is super fine, so you can really create them little brow strokes with it. And then the pen is amazing if you're like me, who has like really uneven brows and you want to create brow hairs that aren't going to look like a pencil, because sometimes the pencils are very noticeable, whereas if you use a pen, it creates really thin brow strokes like it's your own hair, and it is amazing for filling in any gaps. Like, to get these even, I have to like cut off this end of my brow and add in an extra block here, and this does it, and you would never know. Okay, then for mascara, I have 2 mascaras. The first one I actually don't have with me, but it is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in the brown shade. That mascara was my go-to for months of this year until I finished it, and I haven't gone to repurchase it because I have a lot of mascaras to cycle through. That mascara was genuinely my favorite mascara. If you guys know, if you've watched my channel for a while, like, I raved on about that mascara. It is an amazing mascara on its own, whether you get the black shade or the brown shade. It is such a good like lifting, volumizing mascara, but also adding length. And as well, I feel like you don't have to use that much, which is amazing because it means it obviously lasts longer. But then the other thing that I absolutely loved about it was that it was brown. Brown mascaras have really been my go-to mascaras of this year. I find that with brown mascaras you definitely get more of a natural effect, and it also kind of just especially with someone like me who has like red hair. It doesn't look as harsh on your skin. So yeah, I've been absolutely loving that. And then the other one, I've only minis, I have so many minis of these, is the Benefit Roller Lash. This mascara has been a go-to for me for years. If you're someone who prefers length over volume, I would really recommend this. I have it on today. It is definitely more of a super lengthening mascara than it is a volumizing mascara, but I love that. Sometimes I think if you're not wearing eyeshadow and you put on a very thick mascara, it can just make you look a bit spider leggy. That's personally not for me. I prefer something a bit more lengthening, so I tend to go to this on the days where, like today, I have no eye makeup on. I have nothing bar like literally my base products and my lips on. I really enjoy this. It is definitely my favorite mascara, and my favorite black mascara, because the black on it as well I find is not too harsh, which I absolutely love. We're moving on to lips. This year I feel like I have to get this out of the way. My most used lip liner of all time was the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip liner in the shade Iconic Nude. If you are looking for the perfect neutral brown shade, then I would 100% recommend this. Not only is it a little bit brown, but it also has like a pink tint to it. It is an amazing formula. The formula is super creamy. It actually lasts quite a long time, which is kind of rare for super creamy formulas, but it lasts really long. It glides on really easily. It never makes my lips feel dry, and it never lets any lipsticks bleed either. So I absolutely love this liner. The liner itself is incredible, but the shade is my favorite. Then we also have the MAC lip liner in the shade Oak. Oak has been also a go-to lip liner for myself. It has been more of my go-to lip liner for when I'm wearing lipstick, because it has a lot more long-lasting power than the Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury is kind of like my everyday one, whereas Oak is really long-lasting because it is a little bit more on the drier side. It just sticks to your lips, and the shade Oak is not similar to, well, it's kind of more brown. As you can see, like if I'm putting them up close, it's kind of more on the like reddish browny shade than Iconic Nude, but it is an amazing lip liner, and it pairs so well with so many nude lipsticks. Then I actually missed the lipstick and I have it, but I can't go get it. I'll talk about that one in a minute. The lipsticks that I were enjoying this year was Charlotte Tilbury's Nude Kate. As you can see, she is very well loved. I love this lipstick shade. It is the perfect nude shade. You'll know what I mean if you have this. It's more on the yellower side of a nude. It's just a perfect like lipstick for in the middle of the lips on lip liner. It just creates that nice ombre shade for any lip liner that you use. I really enjoy the formula of these. I think it is a beautiful formula. It doesn't last as long as say like my MAC lipsticks, but again, it's more of like an everyday shade. Then the one that I should have brought in that I completely forgot about, it's MAC Yash. MAC Yash is an amazing lipstick if you were again looking for something that is going to last a tiny bit longer than the Charlotte Tilbury, and is also going to give such high pigment. The pigment on it is incredible. It's such a beautiful nudie shade. I'm more of a nude brown shade than a nude pink shade, just because of my hair color and everything like that, even though my lips are looking a bit pink today. But literally, if you were to ask me what my combos are, it would be these two together and then the two MAC products together. MAC lipsticks are incredible. We all know them, we all love them. They are hyped and still hyped for a reason. And then finally, I could not do this video without mentioning these. These are the Summer Fridays lip butter balms in the shade Pink Sugar and in the shade Brown Sugar. These two are my absolute favorites of all time. Since I found these, I don't think I have worn anything else besides obviously the products I've just shown you. Like these are my go-to. I currently have Brown Sugar on with Iconic Nude. That has been my go-to lip at the moment. I just think it is so nice. It's a bit deeper than Pink Sugar, but it still is incredible. If you are looking for a lip balm but that has pigment, these are just incredible. Like there is a reason they are hyped. I know they are expensive. They're like nearly €30 for a lip balm, but because they have pigment to it, I count them as a lipstick. But these are absolutely incredible. I love these. They are a very good lip balm if you just get like the normal shades like vanilla and mint where there's no real color to them. They are incredible. I love them so much, and I will continue to purchase and repurchase and buy new shades because they're 10 times. Okay, and then finally we have palettes. The two palettes that I have used and reused and used and reused all throughout the year have been these two. We have the Colourpop Nude Mood palette. You guys have seen this on my channel once again a million times. The main shades that I use are this one here and this one here. I absolutely love this palette. It is a great palette if you were looking for a super neutral palette. Still has a few glitters in it. I mean, one of mine broke, but the glitters in it are amazing. The matte shadows in it are incredible. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't have a mirror, which is kind of frustrating, but it is an amazing palette if you're just looking for an everyday super easy shadow palette that goes from light to dark and it has everything in between. It is amazing. And then of course I have to give a shout out to the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette. Again, this is a palette that I have used time and time again. It goes from light to dark, has so many glitters up the top, and you can just create so many different eye looks with this palette. Unfortunately, you cannot get this anymore. I have not been able to find it and link it for you guys, but I do just want to say, if you have this palette in your collection, open it up and have a look, because it is a stunning palette. It is usually my go-to travel palette because it does have a mirror. So guys, that was the best of beauty for 2024 makeup edition. I cannot believe I am making this video again. I think I've done this video 2 years in a row. I think this is my favorite video to film towards the end of the year. I just absolutely love it so much. I love getting to go through my makeup collection and really find what I've been loving, and automatically I will pick out certain bits that are definites, and then sometimes I go rooting and be like, oh my god, you were such an OG, that I will always go back to and pull that out as well. But I really want to know what is in your guys' best of beauty for the end of the year. Please let me know all the products you've been using, because I need inspo for more products to purchase. Not that I need any more. I love purchasing makeup, I love trying new makeup, and I love finding new staple makeup products. So please let me know what has been your best of beauty. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.